Hello, Alan here, and this is my profile, a brief history of my life so far.
Hello, my name's Alan, main modeller. This is company, the rat. Anyway, he's 11 years old this year, aren't you, company? Yeah. He was born on the 4th of July, American Independence Day. Nice easy birthday to remember, hey? He was born in the year 2000, so he's getting on a little bit now, a little bit grey, but never mind. Right, I do models, and this is a video profile. I've got arthritis. Well, I've got it all through my body, but my hands were really bad a few years ago, so I'm doing this video one instead, so that you can get to know me a bit better. And let's see, what shall we start with? We'll start with a bit of history. In the meantime, I've got some photos to show you, so I'll be back in a second. Okay? Right, history. Alright, let's see. It's about quick history, very quick history this is going to be. So, I was about 8 years old, maybe 9 actually. I can't remember exactly. Right. My mother decided to take me down to the model shop one Saturday morning. She told me, she said, buy yourself a model. Okay. Right, and 4 hours later, I'd chosen it. That set the pattern, by the way. That did set the pattern. Anyway, I got to the counter, had a word with the shopkeeper. His name was John, and he told me that my mum had gone to do her shopping. She was going to pick me up a little bit later, so I got to stay there. It was on Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning, dumped at the model shop. She went and done her shopping, came back and picked me up. Always had a model, you know. Later in life, she says that was the worst day of her life. She never knew what made her do it, but she thought the model shop would be a nice little treat for me. Yes, it was, and it still is. Even now, Friday, I went out shopping. I went to the model shop. Yeah, actually I went to 3. Oh dear. Most of the afternoon I was out just for the model shops. Anyway, the 2 pictures you saw just a second ago are a couple I'm going to do a box opening later on about. Anyway, back to history. Right. I was made redundant after getting a job, so I was made redundant after 12 years in the job I had. Shipwright, by the way, that was, and I had this little thing at the back of my head saying, open the shop, open the shop, open the shop. Most modelers do. They say they don't, some of them, but they do. It's in the back of their head, gnawing away at their brain, but anyway. Couldn't open the shop. They were too expensive for me, and a lot of them, they wouldn't let me have the lease because I was too young. So my mum said to me one day, she says, well, look, it's going to be impossible for you to open the shop just at this time. Why don't you use the markets? You go to markets, we do the airfares. You know, you always go into them anyway, so you might as well go there and sell some stuff as well. Brilliant idea, Mum, brilliant. So I did that. That was for 3 years I did that, and I got really fed up with it. I did like selling the models and meeting other modellers, but winter time, out in all that freezing cold weather, oh dear, I had enough of that, and when I was a shipwright. Anyway, we were down Billy Smart Circus one day, and it was on a Sunday. We were doing a Sunday market down there, And one of the guys down there turned around to me and said, I remember you saying you were looking for a shop. I said, yeah, I'm still looking for a shop. Can't get one. He says, there's one down in Old Windsor. The chap can't get a tenant for it because it's got a very short lease. Why don't you try there? You might get in there. So we did. We went down Monday. By the end of the week, we were in the shop. Great. Anyway, that lasted a few years. And again, we sort of like bottomed out on the shops take-ins. So I thought, well, we're in a little tiny village between two big towns. I'd love to move to Windsor itself with all the traffic in the summer. It's very busy, very busy. But perhaps the tourist trade isn't quite the right trade we need. But there was Egham down the road from us, and there was a couple of shops going down there. We had a look down there, and we eventually moved into the high street of Egham. Brilliant. Anyway, I decided to do an open university course. I needed to finish my education. I'd left school before my exams came. I'd done my mock exams, but I actually left before the proper exams came up, because I got that apprenticeship, you see. And well, I came up to Milton Keynes for the summer, and was having a look around here, and I saw a model shop, so I popped in. If I see a model shop, I have to pop in. Anyway, there was a couple of brothers in there, and they were having a bit of an argument. They didn't notice I'd come in. I was looking around, but I couldn't help overhearing them. And one of them said, "I want to go home. I've had enough. I want to go back to Devon. I don't like it up there. I want to go back home." And the other guy says, "We can't. We've got the shop. We've got the leases and all this. You know, we just can't go. I would love to go back, but I can't." Anyway, I was, well, ears pricked up at this, and so I turned around and said, "Excuse me, I own a shop myself. I'm looking to get out of Egham because it's not really the place for me. You know, this is a new town. There's not many models up here. Is there model shops up here?" He says, "No, there's one in Wolverton. It's about 12 miles away." Seems good. As in Egham we had 3 or 4 around us anyway, and so some of the stock we couldn't get because they wouldn't sell within a certain mileage of the ones that were supplying. Anyway, cut a long story short, about 3 months later, we bought the lease off of them, and I got the shop up in Milton Keynes up here. Great. Managed to sell the lease down in Egham. Plenty of money. Models were going well. And then the Milton Keynes gremlins started to creep in. Again, it started bottoming out. A lot of new families were moving up here. They were more interested in music, pubs and that sort of thing. There wasn't many modellers actually coming to live up here. We had a good regular run of modellers coming into the shop and that, but eventually I had to knock it on the head. It took 12 years for me to do that, but it was 12 years of fun, and I enjoyed every minute of it, even the bad parts. So that's a bit of the history. Anyway, catching more to modern times, 2008, my hands, arthritis. I had actually retired by that time, and I've been ill for some time with this, and I can't work. I've taken loads of tablets and everything, and during a competition in 2008 for, well, card model competition this is, and my fingers seized up. I had 3 of them. I couldn't do anything with them. I couldn't do modelling. I couldn't do anything. Even found it hard to